Morning, guys. There's Derek.
Good morning.
And Tony.
Good morning.
And we're on Toho, so y'all stick around. So it's middle of May, 84 degrees. Get a light wind from the west today. The MLF guys have been here all week and have beat these fish to death. If you didn't watch it online, they're going to broadcast it, I don't know, sometime in August. But they've just beat these mats to death, fishing the cheese, fishing it like Gunnersville style. And I came up here a couple days and just kind of watched them, and I fished a little bit, caught one like 2.5, 3 pounder. And it just got hot quick, so I went home by 10. But Tony and Derek wanted to come up here and see what this frog fishing is about. They're both fairly new to fishing, so today's goal is, one, to teach them how to navigate the Kissimmee chain when it's low like it is right now. We're at our seasonal low. Hopefully it starts raining soon so we don't get any lower like we did last year. Two, to teach them how to fish in this matted up offshore hydrilla that is unlike anything I've ever seen. And I've been fishing this chain for 20 plus years and I've never seen it like this. And three, so they can show off their brand new, first time on the boat, AE fishing gear. Right? So, since there's no promotional fees paid by anybody in this video, why don't you tell them how you feel about these shirts?
For the price, the product, you're not beating. I mean, you know, I've bought Huck and the other big name brands from Bell's and Bass Pro and all that other stuff, and you know, when you don't know better, you don't know better. And you wash it a few times, you might see the thread start coming undone, and it's just the material for the price. You're not beating it. I'd buy 20 of these before I bought another one of those big name brands from Bass Pro or Bell's or anywhere.
Yeah, I got rid of my Hook and my well, most of my stuff when I got these because they're so soft, they're so comfortable. These are actually the shirts that the pros wear, made by the same company. I met these people in Tulsa, Oklahoma at Red Crest a couple years ago and got you guys set up with a prostaff account. So as you see it, I think it's about $65 or $68 for a long sleeve jersey. Add your name. I think it's a $5 fee first time for setting up your name.
Yeah, I know. I feel real official. You know, the Derek Yancey. I got my dad's name on his.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, we look good, yeah. And everybody knows that the only constant in the universe is style. Wow. I'm just saying. Anyway, we're gonna find some fish. I'll stick around. I looked on the chart. I had a pretty decent chart on my Navionics. And I was like, actually, you get whammered?
Yeah, it stopped moving. I went up on it. And I think he might have been kind of small though.
Alright, one bite does not make a pattern. Let's see if you can do it again.
If we can't make a pattern.
And then we might switch up. Although they should still hit that vibe too. It's going to be a little less pronounced of a thump, but you still get that same kind of movement.
Right.
There's fish moving right there.
Because if the bait's moving, then big fish are going to start moving.
Yeah, you guys been sitting right on my spot too. I thought you would leave. Man, they were so much bigger right there.
Really?
I caught one fish and left it alone because I wanted to save it for yesterday for the clients. And I didn't want to give away because there was another boat over here. And there was a pro sitting right here. He didn't care what I was doing, but there was another boat. Yeah, he was doing his thing.
What is your goal?
So I'm trying to get close to the mats because it's more likely there's bait in the mats in there.
Doing something?
You see them flipping a little bit?
Yeah.
So the bait, I'm looking for bait. And I'm looking for the roaming 9 pounder that's just kind of wandering around out there.
Just kind of.
And that's why this is a glide bait.
Uh-huh.
And I'm fishing it about that deep. And just kind of, because when fish move, typically they don't move, like the bluegill, they don't move more than 6 or 8 inches at a time. Because they'll swim along and pause, and swim along and pause, and turn or twitch. So I'm trying to look like I'm trying to behave like a bluegill. It looks like a bluegill, but I'm trying to get it to behave like a bluegill would.
I mean, is there anything that you're...
No.
Is everything right for the perfect storm?
We couldn't have, I mean, we started on time.
Yeah.
The weather's nice.
Yeah.
We got a light breeze. The water's stable. The weather has been stable for the last few days. It's been the same. It's been miserable if you're on land, but
Right.
what is more important is that it has been the same.
Right.
We haven't had a violent thunderstorm.
Right.
We haven't had a major wind switch. You know, it's just been kind of...
So nothing in the atmosphere is causing a shake-up out of the...
No, so they should fish pretty consistently to how they have been fishing, with the exception of time and the moon.
Okay.
So what happens is that bite window, typically it shifts about an hour later every day, just because it takes more than 28 days for the moon to go around.
Okay.
Change orientation.
Right.
I mean, because the moon doesn't actually go anywhere. I mean,
we go somewhere.
We go, yeah. So, it does move.
Right.
But it's not like we think it moves.
Right.
Not from our perspective. So you just keep. So I'm looking for time of year. So we're in the late spring for us, early summer.
Okay.
And you're looking for shad spawn or bluegill spawn, because we don't yet. So the actual bass spawn is over.
Okay.
We haven't had enough rain to get current moving yet, and we're still, until June 1, they're really not going to let a lot of current. They're not going to let the water come up.
Right.
So the water levels have been pretty stable, low, and irritatingly low, but at least stable.
Now, do you think if we got a decent rain coming and get some of that water flowing, you think these fish would start acting a little...
They would act
more
differently,
active?
and what would happen is they're going to move towards what... That's a bar. They're going to move over there more, or the ones over there will be more active, because there will be current running from the north end, kind of through that area right there, down to the lock, if they're pulling a lot of water.
Right.
It would drop the temperature of the water a little bit, and it would aerate, so we get more oxygen content.
So they wouldn't be so lethargic.
So they'd be less lethargic, yeah.
Right.
And it's just...
Now, when you have something like that and they're letting that water flow, do you typically see more fish in the channel where that water's flowing through and they're sitting there waiting on those sides? Or, I mean, how does that...
So, my theory is this. You always have resident fish in a channel or a canal.
Okay.
Where it falls out to a lake, you have resident fish that are in the lake but close to the mouth, right? Like right down there, it's out at the goalpost,
right,
where we fish a lot. Now, when you get current and you have consistent current running for a few days, it has been my experience that you will get a larger concentration of fish towards the mouth of where it's outfalling, because not only are the resident fish from the canal or the creek or the river right there, the fish from the adjacent flats have come in, because it's just easier to pick off lunch.
Right.
Because the bait's just coming to them. They just sit in an ambush spot and just wait.
Right.
That's my theory. Other people have different theories, but it works for me.
Right.
And you and I both know it's all about me.
Right.
So,
yeah.
We go remodel one.
Right.
2 or 3 days we remodel. There he goes. Tony got another one.
Come on.
Tony, come on, man.
Get your rod down, rod down.
I'm taking my clothes off. You're yapping. Don't pick him up. Don't pick
Don't
him
pick
up.
him up. Rod down.
Woo! Look at that. I'm about half naked.
Good Lord.
Taking my pants off. Woo! Look at this.
That's a good looking
That's Tony's
fish.
best fish, I think.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Future reference. Don't reel this close. Okay. And keep him in the water until we get ready with the net. Just keep tensing. If he keeps going that way, you just keep playing with him. Just swish him around there.
So you think as the day goes on, they're going to push more up underneath those big clusters?
Well, they'll push more under the grass. They'll push more under cover, just to get out of the sun. They don't have eyelids, so
right.
The only way they can adjust the brightness of what they're seeing is get in a darker area.
Right.
A little bait on the surface. There you go. Oh, you gotta set the hook, man.
I guess so.
I don't know what the hell that was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, here's.
Come on, baby.
There we go. Do not break the tip on that rod.
No.
Nope. There you go. Grab the line. Go in there.
Yeah, no, he wasn't even that big.
Monster.
Oh, goodness. All right, well.
He still got you by weight, but we gotta get a picture. Derek's on the board. Another vibe fish. So one fish does not make a pattern. 2 does. So we're all going to vibes.
That's a pretty unique design.
Which one?
That copper, like the, looks like almost.
That is actually copper leaf, like gold leaf.
Really?
Yeah. Put a design underneath it in just monofilament fishing line.
Uh-huh.
A pattern, a crosshatch pattern.
Right.
And then I went over top of that with the copper leaf.
Oh, okay.
Number 2. You got to say something there, Tony.
He literally just like picked it right up out of the water.
Number 2, Tony's killing him.
Like, dude, it literally just hit.
You
like,
hit it right there?
Literally, it was like right there.
Fish number 3 in the boat. They're actually catching fish.
Oh my goodness.
Let's get a. Oh, we should have got a weight of his. Yours was about a pound.
Yeah.
I just wanted to keep the total weight we caught today. We're going to Camp Mac?
Yeah.
And I caught 7.
Wow.
And then we moved again to another shell bar up about halfway down hatch on the east side. There's a bite right there. Oh, that's a good fish. Come here. Come here.
Net's right behind you, Derek.
Come on. That's a good fish. You can grab that net.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a 5. Take your time. Take your time. No rush.
Nice.
I knew that was a good fish when she thumped it. All right. Captain did finally catch a fish. She would be a 5, but she's skinny. She's going to be 4 1/4 maybe. She's really skinny.
3.7.
370.
Wow.
She looks thicker.
So, yeah, I know. I mean, she's not much heavier than Tony's fish, but see the size of her head?
Yeah.
That's a 5-pound fish if she was fully. I mean, the water's hot. She spawned probably last month. And
So she's empty.
she's tired.
Right.
That's why she hit it the way she did. Or it could be an older male, because males don't get much bigger than this.
Okay.
So, when we got here, there was a boat sitting right here. I've told you guys in the past, do not be afraid to fish behind somebody. These guys were sitting on the spot for, what, 30 minutes maybe?
At least.
At least 30 minutes, and we just kind of wandered around, and we found some other bait, but this is a spot that I found bait on Thursday. And I caught one fish, and I left it alone because I wanted to save it for a guide trip for yesterday that eventually actually got canceled because of an illness. But I'm like, all right. I told Tony and Derek, hey, let's go up and check out this spot. So when we came through the lock, there was already somebody sitting here. And we were boat number 1 through the lock, so it was not like we were lollygagging around. We got up here as early as we could. We left the port before safe light, idling. And as soon as it got bright enough, we took off. But don't be afraid to fish behind somebody. They were here for 30, 40, 50 minutes, didn't catch a fish. We come over here. What we got in the boat now? 4? 4. And probably 8 pounds. We got 2 over 3. So that's probably 7-ish. And then 2 pounders. So we got 9 pounds and 4 fish. Not a bad start for the morning. And we've been fishing for all of an hour and a half. So yeah, y'all stick around. So the strategy we had this morning was come up here and search. And we had a glide bait, a chatterbait, a frog, a punching bait, and a vibe on deck. And Derek was throwing the chatterbait and got a bite, and Alice hooks at it, so we didn't get that one in the boat.
Yeah.
Tony caught one on the vibe, and then he caught another one on the vibe, and it's like, Derek, grab the vibe. I'm still throwing a toad, trying to force him to eat a toad. Derek catches one on the vibe, so I caught the squat and put everything else away except for vibes, and I got one topwater bait laying here just in case they come up schooling. But the plan we had, we cycled through our baits in less than an hour, figured out what they were eating, and now we're all throwing the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a bluegill. It's easy to fish right in this thick stuff. And these fish, even though the sun's not high, they are in this stuff and they're not roaming. They're not chasing, but if you put it in their face, they'll eat it. So go through your process of your baits. I started on top. Derek started in the middle. Tony started on the bottom. I tried pitching. That didn't work. Just a slow presentation with a vibe, taking the top of this grass. We're in 7 feet of water. The top of a lot of this hydrilla is down about 3 feet. And we're just kind of floating this vibe through the hydrilla, and it's getting hammered. They're not missing it when they hit it. So that's how we're doing it. The left mirror, I wasn't watching the right mirror. Uh-oh, he got a good one. Oh, keep your right tip down. Take your time. Don't force your hand. Keep your tension on her so she wears out. You gotta turn her to me like that. There you go. That's good there.
I think that's the best one I've caught with you so far.
I think that's your personal best. Let's get a weight on her.
Is that the one you put back in there and let me catch? Thanks,
Yeah, that's
Lane.
the pet fish I
Thank
set
you.
out here the other day for you.
Right. We just
See how easy that one came
that
out?
did.
Let's put a scale on her. Derek caught a real fish. No more dinks for Derek.
No more.
We gotta change his nickname from Dinky to something else. All right, this is the biggest one of the day.
Think so?
She's gonna be close. Oh yeah. Oh, she's second place, 351.
We'll take it.
The camera.
Hey, look at that. Now all of YouTube gets to see. Yeah.
There we go. Come on, with son. We're gonna need the net again.
I got you.
We're really gonna need the net.
Bring him in.
Wait. She's not ready. Just get the net out of the water for a second. She's mad. All right, I'm coming at you right now. There you go. Ah. Not as big as I thought. But it's okay.
Good fight, huh?
I thought she was bigger. I thought he would have been bigger, but this is gonna fill up our limit with a nice. It's gonna bump the tiny little one out of here. About 2.5. 278 for a grand total of 1448 in the bag right now.
Nice.
And we still got a dink. We got to get rid of a baby. But this is fun. So we have been fishing, well, it's 10 o'clock, 9:55.
Mhm.
We got here 6:30-ish. We came through the lot.
Give or take.
And we have 1448 in the bag, and we have fished an area of about 5 acres. And we started off of the spot I wanted to fish, caught 1, caught 2. The people were sitting on my spot, or they were sitting on a spot I wanted to fish. I don't own the spot, but I found the spot on Thursday. I found a bait. Started doing some circles, caught some nice fish. There's a big old gator. He's still sitting right over there.
Oh, yeah.
And we're about to wrap it up. It had been a while since we got a bite, and so I just started expanding the area, looking for some more bait to move. And as soon as we had some bait moving right over there, I threw it right down the outside of that mat in about 5 feet of water, and it was just ticking the top of the hydrilla that's just kind of scattered out here, and she hammered it. So we're going to stick around a little bit longer, but we really want to get back to the ramp before the crazies get there, because it is holiday weekend and there ain't enough water in this lake for me to put my boat on a lift, because my lift is sitting high and dry right now. My cradle is. So we want to get back to the ramp before the crazies, unless these fish really pick up, and then we might deal with the crazies. But anyway, y'all stick around. Just want to point out that Millennial here was playing on his phone as I caught that big fish.
Oh,
And look at him. He put the net down, he picked it right up. Am I lying?
Hey, no, you're not lying.
That's all I can. Don't say anything else.
ADHD, man.
Blah, 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 blah. Hang on to that Get him, buddy. Uh-oh. Keep him down. Still there?
Yeah.
All right. Move over. Let me take the trolling motor. Oh my God, that's a big one. All right, back up a little bit and keep your cool.
Yeah.
Keep your cool. Camera's running. Don't horse this fish. She is not ready to come in the boat yet. Take your time. Get her, keep her rod down. Bring a little more slack in. Get her closer to the boat. Come on with it. Steady too. Oh. She's coming up. She's coming up. Keep her out of trolling motor. All right, swim her right towards the net. Oh, that's a nice.
Bro, when I tell you, when I hit it and it wanted to come out of the, it pulled
Son!
my hand. it pulled the rod out of my hand.
I saw it's on camera. She's tougher than he is. Obviously.
You said no.
Look at that one.
Sets.
We're supposed to hold 615.
Wow. That's 3 better than probably my best.
There we go. The bag is now 19 pounds and 42 ounces. You got hit just on the other side of the grass. There's another one. Get it, boy. That's a dink.
I'll take it.
That's a 2-pound dink.
Fish is a fish.
We'd be excited about that fish an hour ago.
Right.
All right, don't bring her in too tight. Let's see how big she really is. Oh, she's mad. That's a healthy fish. She's not going to help us with the scoreboard, but get her out of that hydrilla. Now don't reel it up any tighter, just drag her right in the boat. What is that? Number 8? Number 9? There's a bunch. You're catching them. All right. What time is it? 4.5 hours, 8 fish. Our biggest 5, 19.48 pounds. The wind has died. The nets are here. And we're out. Before we're gone, I just want to remind you guys, the second Saturday of July is the Bass and Burgers and BS Port Hatch, safe light to probably 11 with the heat. And then we'll meet at the Port Restaurant for lunch at noon. You can launch from any ramp on the Kissimmee chain. You can fish any water you want. You got to be part of the WhatsApp chat to do it. If you're interested, send me an email to fishwithae@gmail.com and I'll get you signed up in the WhatsApp chat for the BB&B. There's no entry fee. It's just a lot of smack talk, and there are typically prizes for the largest fish and the smallest fish. But we'll get into more of that as we get closer to BB&B. But put it in your calendar, second Saturday of July. Be there. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. We will see you next time.
See you.